Now, how on earth did this happen? The Sacramento Kings have been bad for a minute now. They put together 16 straight seasons of doo-doo. 16 straight seasons where they couldn't even get 40 wins. The Sacramento Kings are bums. Except no, because they're good now. They got themselves a new coach, Mike Brown, and he changed everything. Why did Mike Brown go to the Kings? This is a coach who has had multiple winning seasons, been to the finals multiple times, and he's just been on the Warriors bench as one of the assistant coaches. Why'd he choose this team instead of every other team the Kings have ever had or any other team in the NBA? Well, in his introductory press conference, he said that this team had potential. Potential, something the team has never had, or at least in the last 16 years. How did this team get potential? Is the current Kings team as of the 9th of April. So you can see 48-33, the first winning season since 2006, which is crazy. So we have two All-Stars, Domantas Sabonis, who's number one in rebounds in the NBA, and De'Aaron Fox, 25, 4, and 6. He's number 9 in field goals made in the NBA. Also have an all-rookie player in Keegan Murray, who's number 15 in 3 points made in the league. But as you see right now, this team was built from the old teams. The old team's failures led to this team's success. The first piece we're going to look into is the All-Star Domantas Sabonis. So with Sabonis, Kings traded Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, and Tristan Thompson from Indiana. It looks like at the time, everyone thought it would be De'Aaron Fox getting traded for Sabonis because he's older than Halliburton, but apparently not. Halliburton was even untouchable at a point. And Buddy, he was always going to get traded. They were waiting for that. So yeah, Sacramento traded away the 12th pick of the 2020 draft in his second season, Tyrese Halliburton. Buddy Hield came from New Orleans in the DeMarcus Cousins trade. So from New Orleans, we got a 2017 second round pick, Buddy Hield, and a 2017 first round pick. The Pelicans got DeMarcus Cousins and Omri Caspi. So we kind of traded an all-star for an all-star and a winning record, which I'm okay with. Finally, Tristan Thompson, who came from Corey Joseph, who was traded to Indiana for Dylan Wright, who was traded to Detroit for Tristan Thompson, and we traded him to Indiana again. So yeah, for Sabonis, we traded one of our good draft picks. We traded our all-star from the previous agenda, and basically Corey Joseph. So this is a good trade deal. But there's a little bit more, because for Halliburton and Hield and Thompson, we got Sabonis, but also Justin Holiday and Jeremy Lamb. Jeremy Lamb walked away in free agency, but Justin Holiday, we traded him to Atlanta for Kevin Huerter. So Big Kev is also from the DeMarcus trade. Ooh, but wait, because there's more. Because if you've been paying attention, Buddy Hield got traded with 2 draft picks. One became Frank Mason III. He got waived in 2019. The other became Zach Collins. Now, Zach Collins was traded to Portland for Justin Jackson. And then Justin Jackson and Zach Randolph were traded to Dallas for Harrison Barnes. So 3 of our winning starters came from the DeMarcus Cousins trade. So DeMarcus Cousins has to be thanked. For the next part, we have to go back to the DeMarcus Cousins era. So it's the end of the 2015 season. For some reason, Rajon Rondo, who's been traded from the Celtics this season, he has joined the Mavericks, but he's made them a worse team. And now come playoffs, he's decided to just completely stop playing at all. So he's done with Dallas. And now, this is when the Kings are like, yeah, let's go get this former All-Star. He's probably going to help DeMarcus. We could have a real Shaq and Kobe or something. And this is the story of how we got De'Aaron Fox. So the Kings need to make space to sign Rajon Rondo to maybe have something after this season. So here's the trade they went with. Carl Landry, Nick Stauskas, Jason Thompson, a 2017 first round pick, and a 2019 first round pick. All of that is going to Philly for a 2017 first round pick, because that gives us space and that gives us a pick from a bad team. The pick becomes the 5th pick, and that turns into De'Aaron Fox, the All-Star. But there's a lot more here, so let's go deeper down the rabbit hole. So what's 2015 Philadelphia going to do with all of these picks and stuff? So the people, they all walk away in free agency or they get waived, so they don't really matter to this story. they're still great players, so they do matter. So let's fast forward to 2017 now, and we have the third pick in the 2017 draft and still the 2019 first pick. So we're going to trade that to Boston because we want the first pick, because we want Markelle Fultz, a bona fide, he's a superstar already in college. So that's what we're taking, and now Boston owns those two picks. But unfortunately, Markelle doesn't work out, so we've got to trade him. We trade Markelle Fultz to the Orlando Magic for a 2020 first round pick, Jonathan Simmons, and a 2019 second round pick. So it's not actually lol, Sixers lose, because they did lose, but they're going to win a bit, because our 2020 first round pick turns into Tyrese Maxey, Jonathan Simmons turns into cash, probably to pay Tobias Harris, and the 2019 second round pick turns into Carson Edwards. Our guy Carson, we trade him and a rookie Ty Jerome for Matisse Thybulle, and then Matisse Thybulle gets traded for Jalen McDaniels, who's a starter now. So technically, everyone eats, everyone gets to try. The Sixers got Jalen McDaniels and Tyrese Maxey. And yeah, everyone eats, and the Celtics get to eat more than everyone else for some reason, because that 2017 first round pick turns into Jason Tatum, and the 2019 first round pick gets drafted as Romeo Langford. And then Romeo Langford and Josh Richardson, they get traded later for Derek White. So some of the most important Boston players right now came from the De'Aaron Fox trade as well. And here's my thing, man. Rajon Rondo has given the Celtics so many assists throughout his career. So he completely flunked the Mavs season. They were bad after this, and basically Dirk's career never re-emerged. No team wanted Rajon Rondo after that because he's a locker room bum. But the Kings are willing to take a chance because they're desperate. If the Kings don't make that trade, then the Celtics don't get Jason Tatum. And I'm not that guy. I'm not saying, oh, Rondo did something. But to this day, we still don't know why Rondo sat out on the Mavs and just made it really difficult to be in that locker room. I'm not saying he gave the assist, but I'm not saying that. There's even more to this, and all the other guys on the Kings. Basically, anyone I didn't mention was either signed or they were drafted by the Kings, and that's how they got there. And we're not going to talk about that because there is a connection with Trey Lyles and Tyreek Evans getting drafted in 2009, but no one cares about Trey Lyles, I don't think, so I'm just going to leave that. But yeah, that's basically how we got the Kings in 2023, because the coach saw a team which finally built a good core, and that's how the core was built, all through trades and all through Vlade's good work. So for once, good job.